Hey, welcome back, students, to another class of e-commerce. We are going to study more topic in e-commerce. I actually again want to define e-commerce in other terms. Earlier we just taken the idea. So now again starting with electronic commerce definition. E-commerce or electronic commerce is the process of buying and selling of various products and services by businesses through the internet. Electronic commerce, commonly referred to as e-commerce, is defined as the utilization of information and communication technology (ICT) in support of all the activities of business transaction. Now another definition, e-commerce is defined as any form of business transaction in which the parties interact electronically rather than by physical exchange of document or direct meeting among the officials. Simply, e-commerce is defined as the process of conducting business electronically over the internet. As the last point says, process of conducting business. As we were earlier doing our business, we do same way, but instead of doing offline, we do online business, and the parties interact or communicate through the digital media, digital sources, digital electronic mode. Again, these are the some I have mentioned the introduction, but it is a kind of dimensions how e-commerce covers all the aspects of business. So e-commerce refers to the paperless exchange of business information using the following ways. First is electronic data interchange, next is electronic mail, and next is electronic bulletin board, fund transfer, and other network based technologies. We will discuss what are other network based technologies. Actually, these are the dimensions. As I earlier in the early lecture, I said e-commerce have framework and it uses lots of electronic media, digital media. These are the things which gets done with the different kind of dimensions or forces. Electronic document interchange is the first dimension. Second is corporate digital library. It is not in particular order, it can be anyhow. Electronic messaging and electronic publishing. If we start we communicate or we start business, we share our product information. It gets done using electronic data interchange, and if we furthermore communicate regarding the things if two parties want to shake hand for some other product launch, then they use email and faxes, which is electronic messaging. But if they want to show the images of our product and they gets done in transaction, then it uses electronic document interchange. And if we want to do business online, we do marketing, advertising as well. So the next dimension is electronic publishing, which covers electronic marketing, advertising, sales, and customer support. And the last is information sharing and collaborative work, which covered under corporate digital library. If we don't have any library, we cannot save our information, our data, our product properties. So we need it for the all these communication or exchange or marketing as well. So these are the ways how we do our e-commerce. Not ways, these are the steps of do our business electronically. What are the features? Features of electronic commerce are non-cash payment. E-commerce enables the use of credit cards, debit cards, debit card, smart card, electronic fund transfer via bank, website, and other modes of electronic payment. Next is 24/7 service availability. E-commerce of enterprises and the way they provide e-commerce automates the business of enterprises and the way they provide services of their customers. It is available anytime, anywhere. Advertising and marketing. E-commerce increase the reach of advertising of product and services of businesses. Next thing, feature continued improved sales. Using e-commerce, order for the product can be generated anytime, so it improved our sales. Support. E-commerce provide various ways to provide pre and post sale assistance. Inventory management. E-commerce automates inventory management, which we earlier do by maintaining registers or some physical documents, which was very hard, and if missing something or if changing something, it gets very much difficult and complex. But using the electronic things, automatic inventory management, it's very easy and fast, so it is one of the feature of e-commerce. Communication improvement. Earlier, we do the business offline, we have to meet the particular person, we have to reach at the particular destination, and this take too much time. So the communication improvements gets done with the use of electronic mode, as we are enabled to do email, or we are enabled to do electronic chat, like any other of our software, like Facebook or any other social app. E-commerce versus traditional commerce. Traditional commerce means business offline, and e-commerce business doing online. What are the differences between these? We have some points of distinction. On this basis we will decide what are the differences. I'm not deciding which is best, because sometimes traditional is better and sometimes e-commerce is better. It depending on the situation, it depending on the environment, and depending on the customer. If we talk about people who doesn't have internet in their area, cannot go for e-commerce, they obviously use traditional commerce. These are the points. Interaction, suitability, identity verification, transaction processing scope, and level of competition. Level of competition, we start from the beginning. The interaction in traditional commerce, interaction was direct to one party to another party. It helps better sale, but for in point of time saving, it is indirect, but it is also connected. Suitability, it is suitable for products needed to convenience to the customer. It is suitable for the e-commerce. It is suitable for the standard products, low value products, and intangible products and digital products. If we talk, we want to buy a laptop from China, so in that case, if we go to China and then buy laptop, will very much costly. In that case, e-commerce is better. But if we want to buy some grocery thing like vegetable and want to buy eggs, we go to nearby shop and buy it. That's it, and it is useful for in that case. So it depends on the product. Next thing, identity verification. In traditional commerce, customer can verify the identity of the seller and their physical location. If they think it is theft or the product not good, they can go directly to the seller. But in case of this, they can complain, but they cannot directly know the seller or its physical location. Transaction processing scope are transactions are processed manually, but in case of this e-commerce, business transactions are processed in automated manner. If we suffer or we are in lack of physical cash, then we can go electronic cash in case of e-commerce. But in case of traditional commerce, we have to have physical cash. transaction scope, and the last is level of competition. Level of competition is generally low in case of traditional commerce, cause it is only deal with their local competitor, but in case of e-commerce it is wide. So as the business scope is wide, so the competition level is also wide. E-commerce advantages. We have already seen what are the benefits, and we said it is 24/7 facility. But if we see by the category wise, we can think what are the e-commerce advantages for organizations, what are the advantages for consumers, and what are the advantages for society when they using e-commerce. So by using the categories, we are defining what are the advantages. Using e-commerce, organization can expand their market to the national and international market with minimum capital investment, and organization can easily locate more customers, best suppliers, and suitable business partner across the globe. It is very important feature of e-commerce. Along with that, it helps organizations to reduce the cost to create, process, distribute, and retrieve and manage the paper-based information by digitizing the information. E-commerce improves the brand images of company as it is worldwide. E-commerce helps organizations to provide better customer services and reduces the paperwork as well. It is faster and efficient. Advantages to customer, we have discussed it before in terms of our benefits. E-commerce provide 24/7 support. E-commerce application provide user with more options and quick delivery. E-commerce applications provide users with more options to compare and select cheaper and better options. A customer can put review comments, so that if another new customer want to buy something, he or she can read our comments. E-commerce provide options of virtual auctions for the customers. This is very good thing. Without any issues of traveling, we can do auctions from at own place. Advantages to society. If we use electronic thing, digital work, uses internet, it improves the status of society as well. So it shows the development, and it somehow contributed the development of nation. Customers need not travel to shop a product, thus less traffic on road and low air pollution. E-commerce help in reducing the cost of product, so less affluent people can also afford the product. E-commerce has enabled rural areas to access services and products which are otherwise not available to them. E-commerce helps the government to deliver public services such as healthcare, education, social services to a reduced cost and in a improved manner, and that's why it helps the society development, and so it is advantageous. E-commerce disadvantage. Everyone or everything have advantages and disadvantages. So some of the disadvantages of e-commerce are lack of skilled manpower. If we does not have any skilled people like who know all the network settings and how to do this, how to manage this automated system, if we lack these people, then we cannot improve our business. Expensive technology. Obviously technology and network is expensive. Internet in all the over the country is not cheaper. Some of the country have very high rate for the internet access. Costly long distance delivery. If it is long distance, sometimes delivery charges are more than their original product. Excessive orders. As it is accessible to anytime anywhere, we do more orders than our need. Problems in making and implementing laws. Transaction problems in case of security and in case of failure also. Next thing, technical disadvantages. If we if we divide disadvantages in categories, then one is the disadvantage which faced by customer, and some are the disadvantages which are due to the technology. There can be lack of system security, reliability, and standard owing to poor implementation of e-commerce. The software development industry is still evolving and keep changing rapidly. If we not change, we not adopt to change, then we cannot work here. Social type of web servers or other servers might be required by the vendor setting the e-commerce environment apart from network servers. Sometimes it becomes difficult to integrate the e-commerce software or website with existing applications or database. There could be software hardware compatibility issue, as some e-commerce software may be incompatible with some operating system or other any component. These are the technical disadvantages. Now, non-technical disadvantages: initial cost. If we want to set up our e-commerce business, initially it is very costly, but if it's done, it is normal. We can say economical. User resistance: user may not trust the site being an unknown faceless seller, so sometimes it totally face rejection and sometimes it is not, taken hand by hand. Security, privacy issues are always here on internet. Lack of touch or feel of product, as we go to, if we want to buy a suit or buy a cloth, then we can go to a store in offline case and we will try, and if it is look good on us, we buy, or if not, we don't. But in case of e-commerce, it is not possible. So this is the disadvantage: lack of touch or feel of the product. E-commerce applications are still evolving and changing rapidly. Internet access is still not cheaper in every country. So these are the non-technical disadvantages. That's it for today. We'll meet you in next lecture. Thank you so much.